So you already know how to play the D scale, D major scale. And I want to talk to you about two different scales today that are also major scales, and we're going to talk about how they are the same, how they are different. When you have a major scale, you have a pattern of what's called a whole step and what's called a half step. A half step is the smallest distance between two notes on any instrument. So for example, if I play E to F sharp, that's a whole step. And I have one note in between those two. That's F natural. So if I play E to F sharp, that's a whole step. If I play E to F, that's a half step. Now with the bass, we're only using these three fingers. So if you have all of these down, you have two half steps basically. You have the index finger to the middle and then the middle to the pinky. So between the first and the fourth finger is your whole step. And between the first and the second, or the second and the fourth, is your half step. There's no notes in between E and F or F and F sharp. There's nothing in between those, so those are half steps. In a major scale, you have a couple of natural half steps that are happening. The first one is kind of hard to see, but it's from F sharp to G. Because we're moving from this string to an open string, you can't necessarily see that that's a half step, but if I play it F sharp, and then I play a half step above it, I'm playing G. It sounds like Jaws. And then the other spot where there's a half step is the last two notes. So C sharp to D. And when we play the minor scale, instead of C sharp, we play C, which would be a whole step because C sharp still exists there. So all major scales use the same patterns of whole steps and half steps, and you'll get a hang of that eventually. But with the D major scale, we're using open strings to start, so it's really easy to use that pattern, and you can do it down on the A string or the E string. But I'm going to show you how to play the E flat major scale and the E major scale starting from this E.